Get that out my face. I don't want that makeup. No. Oh. Hey.
Hey.
When I wake up, put on my morning makeup, I sing a little prayer for Trey.
Whenever, wherever, Trey
wherever Trey is, I will follow. They don't know about the original songs.
I mean, they don't know, but we'll say that for another episode.
I know.
Because it's a deep episode. But hold on one second. Let me let people know where they're at.
Okay. When I wake up, put on my sister's makeup, I say a little prayer for Trey.
Whenever, wherever, Trey.
So I heard you was on a little flow with Mary J Blige today.
Oh, my
Come and see about Trey.
To know I'm in a really good mood tonight. What was my other one? Oh, good morning, COVID.
Good morning, COVID. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, COVID. COVID never made me feel this way.
Trying to find a little
good morning.
Background music for us.
I know. But anyway, welcome to Weekend Sessions. I am your host, Adrian Ford, with my lovely, lovely co-host and brother, QTheContentGuy. We do thank you for joining us on episode 6. Yes, 6.
Or like other people do.
Some people like 6 inches,
Some
but
people
6.
do like this. Some people do this.
6. I'm feeling very ATL-ish today.
You looking like you from ATL?
Yeah, dude. Look like I live in college. Look like somebody I live in College Park, or off of Washington Road in the hood. For those who live in Atlanta, well, I mean the state of Atlanta, but the city of Georgia.
I'm giving very Janet Jackson when she was with that Muslim guy.
Not the Muslim guy. Get up. You know what? Remember, you have to use a very soft voice.
I'll talk like this for the whole show. I hope you all can hear me because I'm going to talk like this for the whole show.
Bitch, if you don't wake up.
What's up? We on Weekend Sessions. Come and join us. Talk for all the things we talking about right now. Hey, Weekend Sessions, Weekend Sessions. Weekend sessions, weekend sessions, talking all the things, talking all the things from trade to the world, from the things to the songs. We got stories. This is how we do. I'm off beat, just like all you other. All right, so how was your week? How your week been?
My week has been. Oh my gosh, hold on. Am I having a wardrobe?
You having a TI? You having a TI moment? You can't.
Yes, I am. My weekend was. My week was productive for the most part. Mr. Buck has recently celebrated a birthday as well. So, me and Mr. Buck went ahead and just enjoyed. It was a lot of people there. There was Flame was there, Rigo Pruitt, Understanding Trap was there. Just a lot of great legends in Atlanta was there. You were there. You disappeared for about an hour and a half, but you came back out. No, you were there. You disappeared for an hour and a half. I don't know where you went. But you came back and I was happy. And it was a very interesting time with the gang.
I was not there. I don't
You were
participate in those
there.
kind of things.
No, don't.
I was.
Don't.
I
Don't. Bryson Tiller, don't.
I was not there. I don't participate in those
Don't.
kind of things. Well, that's good. So let's move on to something that's more, that's more up my alley, up my speed, because I am a saved individual who do not participate
Yes,
in
you may
things
be.
that
Yes, you may be saved from the waist up. Yes. Yeah, you're saved. Yes, but
I'm
just
saved.
saved from the waist up.
I'm saved from my toes to the
The
my
lie,
hair.
the lies you tell on a Saturday. So you are saved from the waist, from your waist all the way up to here, because up here is not saved. So it's like saved from the waist up, not saved from the chin to the mouth, but saved from the nose to the bridge of the eyes, and then saved from the forehead on back. So there's places on your body that's just not saved, and I wish you were saved, but you're not saved. Um, like I say, you are just they call it selective body saved syndrome, meaning that some parts of your body is just not saved. And there's nothing you can do, especially with you and Kyle Laverne this weekend disappearing on us. But that's neither here nor there. We won't talk about that. But anyway, let's go in. Let's talk about sex.
So anyway, y'all. So as I was saying, I am not part of those kind of things. I don't participate in those kind of things. And as you can see, he's drinking. So that's just not what I do. So please don't fall for such slanderous things when it comes to who I am.
If Kyle Laverne was on this show, he'll tell you, yeah, we disappeared. I said, you sure did. Good morning, COVID. Good
That's right.
morning.
We disappear right over to read the Bible. So the first topic up, everybody,
Come on, get
is
me in. I'm so far back. Move me in.
yo, you want to come in? You want to come in? You want to come in? Come on in. 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 So the first topic up, I found this story to be very interesting. The game. JC, what's his last name? JC,
Y'all got the same last name.
not no more. After this, not no more. He says Kanye, Kim Kardashian's stalker, says the game says Kanye West has done more for him in 2 weeks, that's 10 days, than Dr. Dre has done in his whole career.
Well, I mean, it could be. And we got to think about it. When the game did come on, he was shaded very quickly. I mean, it wasn't long lived for what was going on at the beginning of his career, because again, 50 Cent, if we talk about that, he just don't get along with it. He don't get along with his own child. So you don't think he'll get along with JC on? No. So if I feel like Kanye Kardashian West, Minaj Freeman, probably did step in and do some things that was probably a benefit for the career, in exchange of some fellatio, but that's allegedly, that's neither here nor there. But you got to think about the dynamics, all jokes aside, but the dynamics of the early 2000s, what was going on. You think about G Unit, all them fell out. Things just wasn't going on. Dr. Dre didn't fuck with him for a minute. So it was just a whole bunch going on, but it all surrounded 50 Cent. Like, if we look at it, we want to put him 50 Cent.
So don't you think that instead he should say that more than what 50 Cent has done for his career? Because saying that because from what we know, unless there's something that we're missing, from what we know, 50 discovered the game. If I'm not mistaken.
Look at 50. I mean, although Game is a West Coast rapper, but 50 kind of put him on.
Yeah. So
they kind of had beef like right on the first album after that. Like,
yeah,
him and 50 did Hate It or Love It, whatever. Get to know all that.
You can hate it or love it.
They
Hate
did
it
that.
or love it.
And
Hate it or love it.
they fell out.
They fell out, and they fell out for a very long time. But I guess for me, it's like, well, where did Dr. Dre come in?
Yeah,
Because I
because
could
I'm thinking like
understand
Dr. Dre's
if
like a
he said
producer.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I think that's where it's excuse me, that's where it's confusing for me, because it's like, if you would have said 50 Cent, we probably wouldn't have paid that shit no mind. Like, child, that's, blah 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 blah. But it was like Dr. Dre, and I'm like, well, what did Dr. Dre do? So, but you make some valid points. Kanye West may have done more for him. We'll see. Game
Yeah,
has
so
a song out called Easy, but I easily turned it and listened to something else. So, moving on. Speaking of 50 Cent, I saw him do a post yesterday, which I really appreciate him putting this post up, because outside of music, I think 50 Cent has more power inside the TV world than he does in music, like he may be used to. And he put a post up saying that let's get Monique back to the top. Let's get Monique back to where she was at. And I know that you the other day had watched a clip from the T.S. Madison Experience. I think that's the name of her show, where Monique was on there talking about Tyler Perry and how she had a recording for Tyler Perry and things like this. So do you think that 50 could be able to get Monique back to what, maybe not what she used to be, but something towards what she used to be?
Absolutely. I feel that 50 can give Monique a platform. I think them two together can actually work on some awesome specials, even show series. I really think that them two together, just because of their passion and what they do, I think they'll be a great dynamic. Again, if I was in Monique's shoes, no, I'm not apologizing to Tyler Perry. And no, I'm not apologizing to Oprah. You know what I mean? Again, it's the politics of how they do things. Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, all three of y'all know. Come on, y'all know the truth. Let's just take away your pride and just suck it in for it, because Monique's story has never changed.
No, it hasn't.
She's never changed the story, and she never backed down to anything when they was coming against her. And she called everybody out, from Steve Harvey on to everybody else. So therefore, my thing is, again, I don't think Monique's lying. I don't think Monique has no reason to lie. I mean, her work speaks for itself. But again, get out of your pride. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be empowering Black people and all this other stuff. Be like, look, we fucked up. And Monique, our sister, we apologize. But, Oprah lost her black card a long time ago. So
child, don't buy, honey. Only people that care about Oprah is rich people. Don't nobody else fuck with Oprah.
Anyway, Oprah ain't doing nothing for nobody but herself.
Or Gail. But I will say the only problem that I have with Monique is I know her story has not changed. And I didn't realize how long it has been. It shows you how quickly the world goes by. I just wish that she didn't do some of the things that she did, like especially with the whole Netflix thing, because her and Wanda Sykes was in the same ballpark for us. Like, I think they offered Wanda Sykes even less money than what they offered Monique, and I just felt like she should have just went somewhere else, did a special, killed it, and came back like Wanda Sykes did. I think that the more you talk about it, I think that's where the issues become, because is what she's saying wrong? Absolutely not. They should have stuck by her. They should have said, we understand we understand. Thank you for making the movie for what it was. You got the Oscar. You didn't have to do a whole bunch of other stuff that people did. And that was that. I think that she needs to stop talking and just start working. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I've seen Monique live in comedy at a comedy show in Baltimore, and it's probably one of the funniest shows I've ever been to. Like, she hasn't lost it. I just want her to stop talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if I'm working for you and then I leave your company and I keep bashing your company, Adrian everywhere I go, and then you're in contact with this person, in contact with that person, and they're like, so what's up with you and so, and then you could be like, well, this is what happened with us. But this person keeps bashing me out in public. Right. Instead of just saying what they said, my thing is, you got the recording, you got the proof. It ain't nothing else for you to say. Right. And when Tyler would have called me, I'd have been like, well, I got the proof. Like, don't make me release it. You're like, you know what it is? I'm not apologizing for nothing. And I don't need you to apologize for nothing. Let's just clear the air and keep it moving.
Yeah, because clearly I ain't working for you, and you ain't working for me.
Yeah, and if I'm a problem, let other people find out I'm a problem. You going around telling stuff about me that may not be true, and you can't. That's not fair because at the end of the day, Tyler, you made something out of nothing, but you don't. Just like how people go around talking about you and how you ignore it, let Monique do the same. Don't put the narrative out there that she's difficult to work with. And the same thing with Oprah. Like, girl, who like okay, you Oprah, so the fuck what?
Yeah, like Oprah, the black people are not looking at you, Oprah. I hate to say it, but
And
they're
Lee
not checking for.
Daniels,
And
girl,
if something happened to you, they're not checking for you or coming. The rural black community is not coming for you, Oprah. They're not. They don't. If something happened to you, you better ask your white counterparts for assistance and help. Lee Daniels. I mean,
ain't nobody messing with
ain't nobody
sis.
checking with you, child. Girl, bye.
Sis, sis, Lee Daniel, sister Lee Daniel, sister Leandria Daniels.
Leandria Terry.
Okay, let me see. I got a lot of topics today. Let's get the entertainment stuff out the way first, though, because it's real quick shit. I thought this was very tacky. Laverne Cox was being tacky on the red carpet, talking to Will and Jada at the SAG Awards, and she was interviewing them, and everything was going fine. And then she was like, I want more red table talk. I can't wait to get more red table talk. And then she was like, oh, and no more more entanglements. And I was like, even Jada was like, girl, what the fuck?
That was
Vivica called
messy.
her out. Vivica called her out. It was messy. Like, who the fuck is you?
That was messy. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, she could have said, "Be a man," and then you'd have been all butthurt about your whole situation. No more entanglement. No more women. And you'd have been real mad. And all of a sudden, they'd be going, "Oh, the old LGBT. Oh, she bashed," but yet you coming for her. So pick and choose your read before you get read back. So
I was thinking the same thing, but you said it. All right, so we agree on that topic.
she could be
Moving
like,
on.
"Sir."
It was tacky. Then it was
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago. Like that entanglement shit was what last year, the year
That was like
before. Like
7 years ago. Let that shit go.
yeah, like you thought you was doing something, but and
You
the
ain't did
funny thing
nothing.
is, I don't
All
like Laverne.
parties are fine. August Alsina, matter of fact, he's taking a nap in the other room. Um,
You deal with that craziness. I and it doesn't have anything to do with her transitioning or her image or whatever. I don't care for Laverne Cox. She boring to me. She got this real like prissy attitude, and I'm like, girl, sit the fuck down somewhere.
checking for her girl.
Sit your corny ass down some damn
She
where.
on an Oprah trade. For her people. Yeah. Um. Also in news, I recently watched a 14-minute video footage of Freddie P, who was a former member of the band that was on Making the Band with Puff Daddy and all of them during that time, and
Making
some
the band
shocking.
when they went to go pick up the cheesecake that season when they had to walk across the bridge to get the Junior's cheesecake.
Yes. This particular video footage for 14 minutes and some odd seconds kind of revealed a couple confessions with Freddie P. Freddie P kind of talked about, contemplating suicide. And he was just like, I blame Puffy for a lot of things that happened. And he was just like, growing up, I had to put myself in his shoes. I was like, wow, we grew up in poverty. We had to wear dirty clothes to school. We slept on the floor. We slept on pillowcases, whatever. We survived. We didn't really have a lot of guidance in the house. So now we got an opportunity. He was very clear. He said, I have a gift. I know how to utilize my gift. It's not about success, but it's just how one person really tarnished everything for me. And relationships I introduced to you, everybody kind of turned their backs because I didn't agree with what you wanted to do moving forward as far as my career. I wasn't going to sell myself out nor kiss your butt to continue to be successful. And it seems like everybody who's been a part of Sean Puffy Combs has had the same similar story of betrayal, depression, again, suicidal thoughts happening, just bad blood, bad business. And it just seems like, he said, there's no remorse, there's no nothing. And he said, right now how he's living, he's just like, if it comes down to something, and the video got deep, he said, if it comes down to something, he said, I pray God take me away. I don't want to take my life. God, you take it. I can't live this life. I'm just tired. He said, but my son is in a good place because he never has to grow up and go through what I have to go through. And he said, it's just sad and it's hurtful, as a businessman to really like put that stamp on somebody. I mean, he's like, man, I can go in and I can kill any bar, any studio. I can do. He said, that's nothing for me. I don't really, I mean, that's my gift. He said, but the biggest thing is just what's going on with me mentally. That's the scary part. And I was just like, damn, ain't no positive story from Sean Puffy Combs from anybody. Like, I don't really hear anybody say anything good. It's always been the same. He's shady. He's this. He's that. And it kind of made sense when I forgot her name, because she was the girl who was calling everybody out a couple years ago. But she was even saying, like, Puffy's all about himself. And whatever he need to do, whoever's toes he need to step on to get ahead, that's exactly what he's going to do. It's just Survivor of the Fitness. And even allegedly, people have said that, even with, Notorious B.I.G., like, he knew a lot of things in advance and just didn't say anything or, part of it. So there's so many speculations with Sean Puffy Combs. I really don't know, but listening to people, I mean, everybody's not going to always keep saying the same thing.
Allegedly.
What you say?
Allegedly.
People are not going to keep saying the same things about you. So
that's true.
My prayers and thoughts goes out to Freddie P. I do hope that he does find, peace. I definitely understand. Like, I felt everything he said. I felt it. I felt everything he said. And as well as I commend him for utilizing his coping skills.
I also think it's one of those things where you have a passion for something, and then it's like you have a passion and you get that chance, because we know it's very hard to make it in any kind of industry, especially entertainment industry. And when you do make it, you have to be able to reinvent yourself. You got to be able to stay on top, keep people interested in you. And that's not an easy task. Shit, it's not easy to be a regular person and have people, be interested in you. Sometimes you can only get one like on your pic, but if you ain't got no clothes on, you get a whole bunch of likes. Anyway. But
because I'm not taking off my moo for nobody.
It has to be one of those, like a sad thing. Like, you get with this guy who's well known in the industry. We're not gonna act like Bad Boy ain't got hits, because Bad Boy got hits. And then you like, oh cool, I'm gonna get with him. Look what he doing. He trying to do something. Who better than him to get with, because look what he did with everybody he's been around, right? That's your first initial thought. Now, if you've been an outsider and you've been into music and you've been into the industry and you've listened to the stories and this and that, and some of these stories are probably true or some of them are probably false, but a lot of the same stories have always been the same when it comes to Diddy or Brother Love or whatever his name is.
Not Brother Love. I gotta go.
He takes care of himself before he takes care of other people. After Mary, Faith, and Kim and Biggie, nobody, like, 112 had an okay successful career, but look at Total. Total could have been bigger than what they are. Were they sex symbols? No. Were they great singers? No, but they made great music.
But you got to think about it. Even and speaking of Total, like, even when they interviewed Total, how they were saying, like, when Missy Elliott was working on her second project, which I feel their second project was off the chain. Mm-hmm. Great album, but again, Puffy didn't like nothing. Even Trippin', the single they released, he didn't like none of that. Like, nothing. Like, the whole album was off the chain. And I'm like, and the thing is, the way how he talked to them, like, just because you're a CEO or you're in a high position, at the end of the day, everybody's human. You don't have to sit there and bash nobody. Now, back in the 90s, if you told me go to a record label, I'd have been the first one talking about sign me up for Atlantic or Columbia. Everybody else, I'm good.
Virgin, Jive, Arista, Columbia,
RCA,
MCI, AT&T,
AT&T,
Circuit
Bell
City,
Atlantic, Sprint. Child, listen, anything
Circuit
but bad. I
City,
would. I would have never
anything.
signed up for Bad Boy. I would have never been on the Face, and I never would have been on So Def. So Def feel like you would just.
Def.
I wouldn't have been on So Def because I feel like So Def was kind of like Rent a Center. They can show up anytime and take something.
You know what this is? Yeah, so I understand it. Like, it's sad because the band had potential. The band, they had some honey. I lived for that first, well, their only album. And then look at Danny King. Danny King had, well, their first album was okay, but their second motherfucking album was everything. Do Trey have a first A kit? Because my heart is damaged. I'm a sucker for Trey.
I'm addicted to sucking and fucking, licking and rubbing. I'm a sucker for Trey. Betray. I'm calling my Trey now. Oh, he wanna be on my clan.
Honey, that was my song. Their first album was okay. We in the car. She driving slow. She got too many people sitting in the back.
But you know what? My jam on that first album was Ooh Ah. Can't wait till Trey put his hands on me. I love it when Trey put his loving on me. Don't know what to do when she's holding on me. Trey make me say ooh ah. Punch for a minute, suck for a minute, lick for a minute. Oh, how we did it. Dance for a little. Oh, the little. Oh, no. I can't get enough. Trey want me more. Cause something about the trade. Oh, I mean, that was my jam, though.
Let's see. Jennifer Hudson's getting her own talk show.
If she get a talk show, I just don't want her to get into that whole I gotta sing segment all the time. Don't, just give me something different. Like, shock me. You can sing sometimes, but you don't gotta sing all the
time. Who's interested in a Jennifer Hudson talk show? Why is he talking to me like this?
Who?
My dumbass old.
Oh my gosh!
I know he's so ignorant.
Oh my gosh!
Just ignorant.
Just ignorant. It called you a bitch. I mean, you are a bitch, but damn.
Just ignorant.
Oh my gosh!
Just ignorant. I told you I'm going to text you because I want you to be on next week's show. This was a spare of the moment show, dummy.
You know what? Add his ass on. Shit, no, I ain't got time. But he did call you a bitch, and he called you a cow. Oh my goodness! He called you a fat ass cow. Tim.
Well, it's not my
Mr.
first time.
Tim.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time.
Mr. Tim.
What else we got on here? Yeah, I don't care about her talk show.
Somebody watch it.
Well, did you buy her albums?
I told you don't bring that shit up. We talked about that. You said you was gonna bring that shit up.
I'm just asking.
No, you said you was gonna bring that shit up when we said we was gonna do this show.
I'm just asking, did you buy her albums?
But you know how cool we are, so why would you bring that up?
Did you buy her album? I'm not talking about the Dream Girl soundtrack. I'm talking about, did you buy her albums?
Can we go to another subject, please?
Let me see what else I got on here. They got a 5-part docuseries on Murder Inc. coming this summer on BET.
I'll watch that.
I wonder if they're gonna talk about when Ivan and Ashanti was fucking.
What you say?
I wonder if they're gonna talk about when Ivan and Ashanti was fucking. Because she don't talk about it. He talk about it, but she don't talk about it.
What's his name?
What's his name? How you say his name?
Irv.
Irv. Oh. Irv. What'd I say?
Ivan. I was like, hey, Ivan Anderson. I don't got no respect for him. I just
You don't have
don't.
no respect for him?
No, I don't. Like he sabotaged a lot of Ashanti's career. He was very shady. I think that he got his karma on himself. But I mean, yeah, like kudos for her getting all her masters and owning whatever it is and working hard and doing what she needed to do. But Irv Gotti was very shady and selfish because he wanted to be a fuckboy.
Well, I
And
think according to her, they had a falling out when all that stuff went down when they was going to courts and
but that
stuff.
ain't got nothing to do with her.
Well,
Allegedly.
well, he felt like she wasn't around for the team.
But you got to think about it. She's a female and she had an image.
I understand that. I'm just telling you
My
what
thing
he said.
my thing is, you got a female who was pretty much on top of her game at that time. She has an image. She can't be caught up in that. She would have probably lost endorsements and everything else she was doing because of it. So my thing is,
I think she did. Her
She
career,
probably did
Ashanti's
lose
career
something
has
just
not
because
been the
guilty
same.
by association.
Yeah, her career has not been the same because of that.
And people didn't want to deal with her because they thought she was. And Irv didn't. And Irv also was put blackballing her for not working with people. So it was a lot that he did behind the scenes. Because again, if it's not about Irv, just like Puffy, if it ain't about them, ain't about nobody else.
Well, I'm interested because I think they're gonna do what they did last time, which they did the No Limit. Remember they had the 5-part No Limit docuseries. Then they had the Rough Rider docuseries. So now they're doing Murder Inc. I would love for them to do like Uptown or Bad Boy.
Yes, I want to see that.
But only if people want to tell the truth, like they did like they did in the other two.
Yeah, please.
But I'm interested to know what happened to Vita. I'm interested to know what happened to Charlie Baltimore. I'm interested to know how they really honestly felt about the beef between 50 and them, or G Unit and Murder Inc. Because at one point, like I said, they were bigger than life. They were everywhere. And then all of a sudden, when that court shit happened, and I honestly forgot what even happened with that. But when that court stuff happened, that was that.
I don't know if it was embezzlement. Something was just illegal, and a whole bunch of stuff happened. And I don't know. I just can't keep up with Irv and his. Yeah, but I can say this: 50 Cent kind of like ruined Ja Rule's career very quickly. Because he kind of made 50 Cent look like he was like a pop singer. But the thing is, I'm like, what rapper doesn't harmonize in their songs sometimes? You know what I mean?
Well, when we look at it now, we say that, but back then we weren't looking at that. We were they were.
But 50 was like one of the first. But no, Ja Rule was one of the first ones who actually was singing along with his stuff. You know what I mean?
And he owned it. He owned it, but I think what happened was Ja Rule came out so like he was like another DMX, not as rough, but he was like another DMX. He had a voice, and then he kind of chilled, and then he kind of went to like Nelly, because don't nobody say nothing about Nelly singing.
No, Nelly came out singing.
So so I'm interested. Like I said, we already know what happened with it. I mean, they probably will go deep in detail, but I definitely want to know about the people that we were looking like, because to me, Vita to this day has one of the hottest verses ever on Put It On Me. I would love to know about the fallout and why they didn't pay Lil Mo. Lil Mo talked about it on Drunk Champs on YouTube. Damn, what's his name? He a rapper. I forgot his name. I can't think of his name, but he got a show, and Lil Mo was talking about how they didn't pay her and all this kind of stuff. I don't know if it's like a label thing or whatever, but they didn't pay her. And Put It On Me is a huge song.
But Lil Mo made that song.
Right, they didn't pay her. So I would love to know about their relationship with Mo, his relationship with Ja now, his relationship with Ashanti, his relationship with everybody. I would like to know that. And one thing about Irv, Irv gonna talk. One thing Irv do was Irv gonna talk. That nigga gonna talk. That nigga gonna talk.
That nigga, he gonna talk, and he gonna talk,
and he gonna talk, and he gonna talk, and he gonna motherfucking talk.
He gonna talk. If he don't do nothing else,
he gonna talk.
Especially if you get a little platform, a little 5 minutes of fame again.
Oh, he gonna talk. Don't talk, dog. Oh, speaking of dog, they got the Martin reunion. They
It's
filming
not going to be the
for
same without
BT.
Tommy.
Yeah, it's just a reunion. It's not an episode or anything like that. Just a reunion, but it's not going to be the same without Tommy. But I am happy that they're doing something, and I'm happy that him and Tisha can sit in the same room together.
Yeah, I think they said when they reunited again, it was just like they both cried.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Allegedly, that's what they said.
Allegedly.
But it would be cool, like if Martin did all the characters that he done, or something funny to that nature. It'll be interesting to see how it's pan out, or maybe they'll talk about. I don't know what they'll do, but I want to see it whenever it comes. When does it air? Do you know when it airs, or it's just in the making?
It's just in the making. I saw the pictures for it, but Martin said he only gets in character when he needs to. So other than that, he's super chill. So,
but when Martin gets in character, his characters are hilarious.
Yeah,
I said, Martin's show was ahead of its time.
It was before his time. And for me, and we probably are similar in the same boat with this. I wasn't into Fresh Prince was cool. I liked it, but I was into Martin and Living Single because Fresh Prince was a little too corny for me. Same, like I didn't care about Family Matters. I know about it, but I can't give you like episodes.
I'm watching that. No, because it was Martin, Living Single, and New York Undercover. Those were the three that caught my Thursday attention, and that was it for me. So I didn't really watch all. And then Sundays was Living Color. So didn't really do too much.
Now talk about a motherfucking genius, Keenan Ivory Wayans. You talk about career making, Jim Carrey, Jennifer Lopez, Tommy David, well, a little bit. The Wayans brothers.
Majority of all of them on those shows had longevity with their careers, even after Living Color. Absolutely.
Yeah, but it was Martin for me. It was Martin. It was Living Single. It was Martin and Living Single. Like I didn't watch Different World. I didn't watch The Cosby Show. Actually, The Cosby Show is banned in my house, but nobody should be watching The Cosby Show in my house. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. Anyway. Mary J. Blige is executive producing a movie about her classic single "Real Love."
She said, he's like, yes, Mary.
We are sissies through and through, and though we made it through the storm, I won't trade to let me know. I won't trade to let me in. I've been searching for someone to satisfy my needs. All right, that's enough.
I'm searching for a real thug. Never mind.
Someone open my heart, yeah, real thug. I'm searching for a real thug. What else do I have on the list before we get into politics?
Oh,
Usher shares his first celebrity kiss was Monica, and he wished that he had dated Aaliyah. He said that he regrets not dating Aaliyah, and that him and Aaliyah used to kick it and watch movies and stuff like that, but he never went like the next step. And
you know why they didn't go the next step.
You know what's funny? Hold on real quick. You know what's funny? Remember on Versus where Monica had played Slow Jam, I think she played Slow Jam, and her and Brandy was like whispering to each other. And then Monica was like, me and Usher got really good chemistry, and I hit Usher up to do another song, and he was like, no. But her and Brandy was kind of like whispering, like they knew some tea about Miss Raymond.
Like I said, he allegedly he said, they just watch movies. Yeah, y'all watch movies because Aaliyah, and Rashad was in the house when they was watching movies too, and
we're not going to bash.
Oh no, not at all. I'm a huge
Rashad.
Hey Rashad.
Hey, Miss.
Rashad was in the house.
She was in the house.
Yeah. You might have been chilling with Aaliyah, but she was probably looking at Rashad. Allegedly.
Rashad definitely was looking at you. I can't see Aaliyah and Usher dating.
I can't see, but I can definitely see Usher and Rashad dating.
What'd you say, Kingston?
Yeah. Hey.
Whenever you say something ignorant, I'm just gonna do like this and let everybody know my religion.
I said allegedly.
You think Rashad gay?
I don't know. You think he gay?
I do.
All
right, moving on.
What'd you say? We all knew he was gay. We were just waiting for you to say something. We were just talking about you today.
I'm gonna come out to my family and I will let everybody know I'm gay. Why y'all not saying nothing?
Child, that's all you wanted to tell us?
We already knew that.
Child, we already knew he was gay. We was waiting for you to come out.
Fuck the family.
Speaking of come out, Tyler Perry just recently released his Medea Homecoming movie on Netflix, which I really thought that was hilarious. I mean, again, I laughed. I really thought that was good because I think on Netflix he can get more raw than he ever did in the movies. I think the movies he kind of left the Medea movies kind of flowing, but Netflix they were saying motherfuck this and everything. I was like, keep them. I said because Medea was a cusser. She's like, no, motherfucker. I was like, yes. And I always tell people, I said Medea is funny, but it's the brother character. It's Joe for me. I always wait for which Joe gonna say what Joe gonna do, and that's to me.
It was good.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. Me and watched it and we enjoyed it.
Was that when you and Kai disappeared to watch the movie?
I don't. Well, the one who I don't know who Kai. I don't know who Kai
Tim,
is.
are you watching? Tim? Just
I don't know who Kai. I don't know who Kai is. Just like Bill Clinton said, I don't know who that woman is. Okay.
So, when we get Kyle Laverne on for our April show,
you can do whatever you want to do because when you do what you do, how you do when you do, you keep on running your mouth, and I know who I'm gonna call on you. And all I gotta say is, he laughed at you, and that person will attack you.
I'll just get Brother Tim to jump on you, then I'll be fine.
It was good though. I like the Tyler Perry movie. Netflix is releasing a movie every Friday, I think, for the rest of the year.
No, really?
Mm-hmm. I just watched this movie yesterday called The Weekend. It was dumb.
The Weekend?
But I watched it. You ever watch a movie so dumb, but you want to know how it ends?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing yesterday. I was like, I wonder how this going to end. But it was dumb. But I still watched the whole thing.
And you just sitting there like this.
Yeah, when songs are dumb, you just turn the song off. But when movies are dumb, you just be like.
Or I'll set myself up when I'm in the bed, I'm like a shark. When you lay on a certain way, you're knocked out. So if it's like that and it's giving me
because black people will Black people will turn that TV on and do like this.
I don't know why black people turn on the TV and just lay to the side. You know, black folks do not lay on their back unless they, never mind. But yeah.
I lay on my back. So I got to where I'm at in life. Listen, if you want to lay on your back to get to where you at in life, go and lay on your back. Lay on it.
Speaking of laying on your back, I was speaking with an older female, and she gave some advice that I thought I wanted to share with the show, and it made sense to me. Some people are like, "Oh my God, I can't ever do that." To me, it made a lot of sense. She said, you know, she said, before me and my husband got married, she said, I had to come over there and give myself a whole bath every now and then. She said, but we fucked heavy before I decided if this is going to be a marriage thing. She said, because I was going to come in on that whole we dating and we ain't fuck, but you want to get married and we fuck, and then I'm stuck. She said, nah. She said, mm-mm. She said, if those jaws had to be dropped the first night, I had to taste the water to see whether or not we was going to continue to fuck or we're going to just be friends. She said, because I got to make sure that all this kind of coincides with each other. Because we're going to fuck, we're going to fuck, we're going to fuck, or we're going to just be friends in this situation.
But what if the sex was bad, but everything else was on point? See, look, you got to talk about shit and not even on the docket. Let's talk about it. What if it was bad, but I mean, like bad, like you trying to fix it, but it just ain't fixable. But everything else is like he or she is giving you everything you need emotionally. They taking care of stuff. They holding things down. They are like top notch. But the sex is like the sex is trash. If it was album sales, it would be double glass.
Only way you're seeing me is if you eating me. Downtown tastes my love like Horace Brown. Trying to impress me with your 5G stones, I give you 10 G's, nigga, if you leave me alone screaming. But no, I think that with that, yes, you can give me diamonds and all that other stuff and treat me nice and pay the bills and all that good stuff. But if the sex is trash, your eyes are going to wander regardless of what's been given to you. Yeah, your persona is amazing and I love it, but the sex is trash. I'm not happy in the love life. So I want to get a fulfillment. I want to feel, some women complain like, hey, we have sex and when he get his nut off, I ain't getting nothing off. So now I'm sitting here, I ain't getting none. Like every night I'm not getting none. But she want to be penetrated and till she ejaculates too. It ain't all about the man all the time. So I think that, if it's consistent of horrible sex, somebody gonna cheat. Yeah, you gave me everything I needed, provided me, I'll be, listen, my thing is, if there's no sexual chemistry with you and the person, regardless of what y'all do and what the person do, it's still going to come back to that same argument on the intimacy. That's going to be the big thing. Like, yeah, you do everything else, but our intimacy sucks. And now I have to sleep with your brother until we can resolve these issues with the intimacy. So, I mean, and that's what a female might do.
Not the brother, though.
The brother might blow her back out. You never know.
I would think the best friend. Not that I know of any.
Not that I know about sleeping with people's best friends.
I don't know anything about.
I don't know anything about sleeping with people's best friends
or people's roommates. I don't know
any of those things. Sleeping with friends, old dates, or people in relationships. I don't know about none of that.
These are hypothetically.
Mm-hmm.
Is hypothetically a word? It is today. If it's not, those are hypothetically.
I don't know about anything about sleeping with somebody who's married. I just don't know those things, and I don't condone it.
Nope. I don't know nothing about walking into a house that look familiar because you have already been there. I know nothing about any of those things. Mm-mm. This is just typically a question about if the sex is bad, do you stay? So
I don't know about nothing about a friend dating a friend and they're not friends and they're not dating anymore, but bringing somebody to that person's house and doing it to them in their house and they didn't even know that somebody else is in their house getting banged out. Things like that, I don't condone. I think it's nasty. I think it's disgusting. And I don't approve of it.
I know nothing about friends knowing each other, and then you happen to go over to their house and you know that this house looks familiar, and then that person says, hey, you've been here before. I know nothing about that. I think that is foul, disgusting, degrading, and just you have no morals.
I honestly don't know nothing about, laying on the floor, banging, having sex on the steps, tearing the whole house up, and looking at the wedding pictures at the same time. I don't know nothing about that. I think it's nasty. I think you need to be preyed on, and something's going on. It ain't right. It ain't. It's the word of God, and that's the truth. It ain't right.
I don't know nothing about nothing. So, I think we're finished with all of those things. What about what's going on with this Florida governor? This is for all you Florida girls. The governor being caught on tape bullying high school students about wearing a mask. Did you see that?
Wear your mask. Wear your mask. Okay.
Did you see the video?
Yes. If you want to show them.
Yeah, let me find it first.
Because again, this is going to be an uphill battle, and it's never going to stop because, again, people since day one have been in all kind of perspectives about the mask, human rights, and everything else that comes along with it. Vaccinated, unvaccinated, condom, no condom. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's an ass anyway, so I mean. He's an ass. So let me see. Can I get this to play? It's only like a couple seconds, so I shouldn't get copyright. This, you know what?
For only $30 a month.
Comcast won't get my channel. Why this shit wasn't up and running?
Doing anything, we got to stop with this focus theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
Like, your state, sir.
If you want to wear it, it's fine.
Your state of Florida is one of the highest states to get COVID again. And these high schoolers are wearing a mask all because you are against masks. Because the masks don't do anything. They're not going to protect you. Well, how the fuck would you know? You don't wear one. So, and as I'm not mistaken, you got COVID or you had COVID. You probably had it several times. And then at one point, motherfucking Florida was like, what's, how those zombie movies, and it's like, don't go to that area because that's zone whatever. That was Florida. So why are you telling these high school kids not to put no mask on? It's optional now. Do I think it needs to be? Do I think it still needs to be enforced? Yes, because what happens is COVID goes down, right? The numbers, the transmission in the car, whatever the hell it's called, it all goes.
Not the transmission in the car.
It all goes down, and then everybody's like, "Oh, take your mask off. We're good to go." And then the minute COVID spikes back up, put your mask on. But then it goes back down. Take your mask off.
COVID is now following the flu season, and because again we knew that the COVID was going to eventually mutate into like a form of a flu, and that's the direction. And that came from a medical perspective that I worked hand in hand with medical people, and they said that the way COVID is now, the new strands are coming through, but it's more kind of mutating itself into a flu, like a flu. So the peak seasons are like the winter months all the way into like the into February, I believe, and those are the high peak months. But again, I think America, if they would have did what the other countries did, shut down for a while and be okay with being shut down and then come back and reevaluating, then yeah, but money.
Gotta get that money. We'll be back at it again. We'll be back at it again. I don't have a problem with my mask.
I wear my mask when I go out.
Matter of fact, when we go to the Roots picnic, I might have my damn mask on then.
Oh, absolutely.
Matter of fact, when I go to the damn Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, when we do Memorial Day weekend in Cancun, I'm wearing my mask. I know Mr. Buck gonna wear his mask. He knows.
Yeah, that's the only thing he wears. When it looks like, I was watching last night.
What?
My mind is everywhere. I feel like Wendy Williams when she just be randomly throwing stuff out. I was watching the Braxton singing last night, and I thought to myself, Tracy wasn't that bad back in the day.
Then I was watching. I don't know if anybody watched the Kanye West documentary. Did we mention that before?
No, we haven't talked about it yet.
Okay. Well, Kanye West has a documentary that's on Netflix. Kind of goes over like his career from the beginning all the way up until like the first album. I really thought it was good. It kind of made me understand, it wasn't easy for him to come into the game because again, everybody looked at him as you're just a producer. That's all. And I mean, it took Rockefeller like 13 years for them to finally acknowledge, like, wow. But it took him to push himself out for them to realize. So they were throwing up against the wall. Like, why the fuck why didn't y'all do nothing with him? This man is doing this and doing that. Why didn't y'all? And Dame Dash kind of like, yeah. We're working on this album right now. Yeah. So my thing is, if I was Kanye in that moment, I would have been shopping around and got out of that contract and went to somebody who would allow. Because even watching documentary, other people wanted to sign him, and they was willing to do whatever he needed to do. But he was loyal to Rockefeller. I don't know why, but he was loyal to them.
We'll see how that turned out.
You see how that turned out, but
these hoes ain't loyal.
I was about to sing that. Oh
no, they know. You know what I want to know about? I want to know about your weekend when you and Mr. Buck was in Charlotte, and what happened with you all. What transpired?
Well, I went to this lovely city called Charlotte. It is the Queen City. It is on the eastern region of North America, United States. We went there. It was a really festive weekend. I met wonderful people that I fellowship with. It was just really good times. And North Carolina people and people, especially in Charlotte, were very welcoming and friendly. Actually ran into one of the people that actually watches our show and, giving us great praise on the show. And it was just such a great time, fellowshipping with wonderful people. Shout out to all of those living in the city of Charlotte, the Queen City. I can't wait to come back. You guys are amazing people. And I love you guys.
That ain't the story I got. Okay, if you don't want to tell the truth, I won't tell it for you then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How those bathrooms look?
Who?
The bathrooms in Charlotte.
I can ask you that. How are the bathhouses in DC?
I said the bathrooms.
I asked you the bathhouse.
I've never been to a bathhouse.
Oh, okay. That's not what we heard.
Oh. Well, wherever you was at DC, I was right there with you.
What'd you say? Bitch, if you gonna try to come for me, bitch. What you ain't gonna do is come for me, bitch, because wherever the fuck you was at, I was there.
I was there too. You was in Barnes and Noble, so I was in Barnes and Noble with you. You was at Bus Boys and Poets. I was at Bus Boys and Poets with you. You was at the Metro station. I was there. Will always be, will never not be.
Together.
When you see me, you see her. When you see her, you see me.
Together
again. But you said you had some.
What
Go
did you
ahead.
feel? What did you feel about Jermaine Dupri kind of confessing how he regret not signing Usher and Bruno Mars and everything else like that?
Where he say that at?
It was a recent video that's out now on Twitter and Instagram, and pretty much Jermaine Dupri's talking to Usher like, I regret not signing you, and then Bruno Mars is sitting across the table. He said, "I regret not signing you," and Bruno Mars said, "Well, look at me now," and then it was just like everybody started laughing and all that other stuff. But yeah, I thought it was like,
I don't know. I don't know if Jermaine Dupri would have knew what to do with Bruno Mars.
No.
Because Bruno Mars is not like your average R&B singer.
No.
He's so everything in one. I don't know why he didn't sign Usher, because him and Usher they made one of the greatest albums of all time together. So I don't know why he didn't sign Usher. But I can't see him and Bruno Mars.
No.
Yeah, I can't see him Bruno Mars. I think Fat Joe had something similar to that. Like he didn't sign Kylie or Drake or somebody. Or it was somebody that he didn't sign, and he was like, damn, he should have signed them. But the crazy thing is, when you think about it now, though, after these people have made it big, it's like, if you would have signed them, would they have been this big?
That part.
Because if Jermaine Dupri would have signed Usher, would he be Usher?
I think he still would have been. But Bruno Mars, no.
Yeah, he would have made Bruno Mars too R&B and too like hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, he's gonna do nothing with the bread. So, what you like?
In these fat ass lips.
Sorry, yeah. What you like?
What you like?
Yeah, that's interesting. I need to go back and watch that. Of course, you would regret not signing them now.
I mean, Puffy regret not signing you.
I didn't want to sign with Puffy.
I know, but he wanted to sign you.
But I didn't want to sign with him.
But he wanted to sign you. He kept on talking about, I'm not going to stop until I sign. I sign Q. And I was like, well, good luck.
Well, I've been with Clive before Aretha was with Clive.
I know.
I told him go deal. I said, you can go deal with her ass if you want to. Just know she's difficult.
I know.
Yeah, that's interesting, because it's like, if I discovered you, what would happen? Like, I know, because who passed up on Justin Bieber? Was it Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed up on Justin Bieber.
And I think Usher did it. Usher got him.
Yeah, Usher got him. It's confusion about who found Lady Gaga, or who discovered Lady Gaga, or who not discovered, but who signed Lady Gaga. Like, some people are saying it was Vince Herbert.
I think it was Vince Herbert.
And the other people saying it was Akon.
I think it was Vince Herbert.
I think it was Vince too.
But also, speaking of Justin Bieber, I heard he was very mad at the audience, at people, because I guess they didn't recognize him as an R&B singer.
That's old, child. We ain't never gonna recognize you as an R&B singer, because you're not an R&B singer.
No, you're just like a reckless little white boy who has tantrums.
Yeah, you're not an R&B singer. You don't have soul.
No, we know, like, when you sing, we know we know you're white. Like, there's singers, like, if you get John B up there, you be like, who's that light skinned dude, or who's that black dude singing? We know John B's voice is so distinctive; it's very soulful. Justin Bieber, you get on there, baby, oh, we know you're white. Like, we can't undo your whiteness. Just like Taylor Swift, if she tried to sing R&B, we know that her mayonnaise can never go to. Now, if Adele get up there and sing, Adele can get on there with the Roots band and have a whole soul album. We'd think, who's that black woman going in?
JoJo,
one of the top singers in the white girl gang that will sing you under a table. And JoJo's been nothing but soul since day one. So another singer that people never really heard of, but she did come out and she got shelled, but I think she had a great voice. Her name was Kylie Dean. And Kylie Dean at the beginning, she worked with Timberland and Missy. A little bit after Aaliyah died, but her album that was shelved, it was called Simple Girl. And Simple Girl was actually, you can find it on YouTube, but it was actually a really good album. And I was like, wow, if you listen to it and you see her face, it just didn't match. He's like, this white girl goes in. So if anybody listens to music, look out for an artist named Callie Dean. The song that I always play is called Simple Girl, because I was the title track, but she goes in on Simple Girl.
Because you a
It was
simple
produced
girl.
by Timbaland and Pharrell for the most part of the album.
It's actually like a video, some clips on YouTube of like white singers that we didn't know were white, like Michael McDonald, and I'm about to send it to you, but it's like a lot of songs. I was like, I ain't know that was white, damn. But Justin Bieber, shut the fuck up.
Christina, girl.
You said you had some stuff about the war.
So I was watching, and I like to watch footage before I say anything. And I was watching several different footages of Ukraine, and this is my whole thing on the whole thing. And people can be mad, and I really don't care. It's funny how when your countries are under attack, it's a global, oh my God, we can't believe it's happening. And this is just impacting society. And I can't believe that this is going on in a European country and those poor people. But when war and things are happening in Africa, oh, that's just Africa. They'll be all right. The world goes on. But systemic racism is still global. And watching those videos of how those Ukrainian people have been pushing and dragging African people off buses, pushing them off trains, anything to get, the mistreatment was still going on. The racist prejudice still going on. My thing is, I ain't got no sympathy. White people are still going to be racist. Some, not all, are still going to be racist. That foolishness is going to still carry all over the world, and treating people not like humans, but treating them like animals and doing what you're doing. So Ukraine, shame on some of y'all Ukrainian people, how you're acting, how you're treated. I get it. You trying to get the fuck out of there because pussy Putin come for y'all asses. But again, if you look at the bigger picture, let's talk about NATO. When you talk about NATO, a lot of countries have paired together for NATO. And again, Ukraine didn't do that. So therefore, those countries, none of these countries can help you, sweetie. So again, the racism, the fuckery, and that goes for China, that goes for Ukraine, France. All those countries have treated people from African descent, treated them badly and poorly, and it's still going on. Shame on all y'all. So my thing is, I ain't got no sympathy. I just hope that my brothers and sisters, my African brothers and sisters in Ukraine, can safely get the fuck out of there and away from all that fuckery and the foolishness. If Pussy Cunt Putin want to come in and take over, then Pussy Cunt Putin come in and take over. At this point, y'all have demonstrated two sides, and social media has demonstrated a one-sided situation because, again, we're not getting all that coverage in Africa when these things are going down with these wars and these nations are going against. It doesn't matter. It's not a big factor. But God forbid something from Europe erupts. It's a whole global, oh my God, we have to wear the flags, and pretty soon Facebook will put in support Ukraine and all. I'm not doing none of that. I tell people, I understand what's still going on. They already knew that shit was going to happen before it happened. So again, for me, I ain't got no respect for it. I'm just going to stay right here. Pussy come Putin. If you're going to do something, go and do it because you said you're going to do it. Just do what you got to do. African people who are in Ukraine, I pray that y'all get the fuck out of there and get the fuck away from the fuckery. The other people who are not racist in Ukraine, I hope y'all get out of there safe as well. But those racist people doing all the extra shit, I hope your ass gets stuck in there. I hope Pussy come Putin just drop the bombs like Hiroshima on your ass, your racist ass. That's foolery. We are human beings at the end of the day. That racist ass bullshit. It's global. Get y'all shit together. All right, back to Q.
And that was the thoughts of Adrian Ford on war. Yeah. It ain't ever gonna go no way. I just know something need to happen because gas $4.30.
You want to talk about that gas?
It's high.
It's
as hell. So I know a couple weeks ago, I was talking about the people that ride buses and things like this. And I just want to come on here and I want to say I apologize. If anybody can give me a bus pass, it will be very helpful because I need to get to work because gas is high as hell. And maybe we can carpool. So anybody that works in the DC area that wants a carpool, I can give you $5 or something because gas is high as hell. Gas is $4.30. For a minute when I was driving down the street, I had to make sure I was still in the state of Maryland.
Well, for those who live in Oklahoma, gas, for everybody who lives in Oklahoma City, gas is still gas. It never went up, never went down.
It's high. Gas high.
It never went
gas
up
high
or went
everywhere.
down.
Gas high everywhere.
It never went up or went down. Gas always been high in the Midwest.
It's high.
It never went up, never went down.
It's high like these girls that be. It's high like these girls that be on cocaine. High.
Okay, well, Mr. Buck, I normally ride. Mr. Buck normally takes me to work, so I don't drive my car. So, but
that's because he always driving it. Gas is high. That's how Adrian feels about the war. I agree with him. I also think wars are stupid. I think wars are pointless. And the other thing is, how mad do you have to get somebody to go to war? Like, god damn, how mad do you have to get somebody to drop a bomb on your whole country?
So my thing is, you tear shit up to take over, but you got to build all that shit.
You got to build that shit right back up.
So I mean, my thing is, can there be a smarter way to invade and keep shit the way it is, so we don't have to spend more money fixing and building shit?
Just like Alicia Keys is in that video, I ain't got you. If I ain't got you. And Method Man was running the streets. We go back to the goddamn house. Alicia Keys had knocked all the shit off on the goddamn floor. I'm thinking to myself, girl, you gotta pick that shit up. Now I know it's just a video, but for the girls that be doing, listen to me, people. Listen to me, girls, sissies of all kinds. Come together.
Get a little closer.
Come closer. Let me put a little bit. Let me see if I got some dramatic music. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I need something dramatic. I'll go back to this. Listen to me. Come closer. Let Mama talk. Let Miss Mamas talk to you.
Take the whole screen. Take the screen.
When you're at home going through stuff with your man, don't tear your shit up. Because you gotta clean your shit up. Don't tear your shit up. Because you can be looking at like, now why the fuck I go and do that? Now I gotta pick all this shit up. What you do is you fuck his shit up and throw it out the window. Or just don't touch nothing. Because y'all gonna come back together, y'all gonna be cool, and the house gonna be a mess. Shit gonna be everywhere. Now y'all get into another argument because everything on the damn floor, and y'all don't want to pick nothing up because he initially was fucking with you and shit was going bad, and you knocking shit off the shelves, you're throwing plates at him, you're throwing glasses at him. Don't do none of that stuff. Because then you gotta clean it up.
And that was Cleanup by QTheContentGuy. Followed by Seinfeld and Living Single.
And then the 11 o'clock news. Find out tonight, those peas that you just opened and put on the stove, why they could kill you. Back to Seinfeld. All right, so we're going to do something a little different today. I actually am going to read the letter that was sent in from a caller, and I'm going to get Adrian's reaction. Normally this is his segment, but I wanted to take over because it was sent to me. And this is basically called, the story is called A Man in His Leg. Hence the title of the episode, A Man in His Leg. Y'all go see that I know how to read. I know how to read on the 4th grade level. All right, here we go. Hi, my name is Jazz from Phoenix City, Alabama. Let me make this bigger. So here's my story. I met this guy on Jack. We talked for a few hours and decided to meet up. He said he had to bring his daughter with him. Is that cool with me? I said, sure, why not? So when he arrived, he had his daughter, just like he said he would earlier when we were talking back and forth. I said she can watch cartoons downstairs while we go upstairs. She had her backpack with coloring books and snacks. I'm thinking to myself, he must do this often because she was well prepared. So I turned on Nickelodeon. So I turned on Nickelodeon and we go upstairs. I couldn't tell how tall he was at first because because in all his pictures he was sitting down. But he was about 5'10". He had a nice body. He dressed very well. And he had very nice soft skin. Well, what looked like to be soft skin. As soon as we got in the room, I closed the door. He dropped down to his knees and started to unbutton my pants. He started to give me fellatio. I was thinking to myself, damn, I didn't even get a chance to catch his name. I at least thought we would talk. Excuse me. I at least thought we would talk for a minute. Since his daughter was prepared for a long evening with her snacks, TV, and coloring book. But anyway, I gave in. It was going good. So next thing you know, he takes off his shirt. And he asked me if I like it. I'm not a big talker during sex, so I said, yeah. At this point, I'm ready to go all the way in. And he says to me, you want this ass? Again, I'm not a big talker, so I said, yeah. I am completely naked now, waiting on him to get naked. So I told him, take your pants off. I noticed he started to struggle with his pants. I asked if he needed help. He was like, "No, I got it." He was a little aggressive with it, but I paid him no mind. Once his pants were off,
What?
Once his pants were off, he showed me he had one prosthetic leg and asked if I was cool. I mean, at this point, I'm hard. I'm ready to fuck, and he's already over here. So I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? However, in my head, I'm like, child, this. Sorry, y'all. This is. Also, in my head, I'm like, I'm hard and I want to fuck. But then again, it looked like a scene from I'm gonna get you, sucker.
This leg, it's not even mine. She said.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Okay. Sorry, everybody, I had a little tinkle in my throat. That's what I was saying. It's like a scene from I'm gonna get you, sucker. Well, we did all types of positions because it was easy. You know, he only had one leg. For a moment, I thought, we look like two damn lesbians sitting here scissoring with his small nub on my thigh.
He said, scissor me, daddy. Scissor me. Okay, go back. Okay, what he say?
For a moment, I thought, we look like two damn lesbians in the middle of scissoring with his small nub on my thigh. We end up getting kinky. He asked me to put his other foot in his mouth. I'm like, I'm like, this is kind of strange, but I went along with it. I had my hand in his prosthetic leg, feeling like a human shield. He said, "Slap
Goodbye.
me."
Get off.
Excuse me. This is a story from somebody. Please allow me to finish. He said, "Slap me." So I slapped him with his foot. Hell, I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
Hell, I didn't know what to do. I never been in this kind of situation. But I must say, he came back for more. Him and his leg. We had a lot of fun until he ended up moving. It's crazy. I kind of missed it. Now that I'm sitting here writing this letter, I'm like, I never really did get his name. So I just called him IHOP. Maybe one day I'll run into him again. Who knows? But it was definitely fun. I enjoyed it. My first experience doing something like that, but it was great. I just wanted to share this letter. Thank you all for hearing my story.
I'm logging off. Everyone, thank you. I'm Adrian Ford. I have nothing to say. I'm going to log off. I'm going to take a nap after I pray. Did he call him IHOP though? Because he didn't know his name.
That's what he said in the letter. And people, these are true stories. So if you happen to have a true story and you'd like for us to read it on air, please send it in. We love crazy, wild stories that we've never heard before. Situations that we can think, what would I do in that situation?
But wait.
Yes. Carol, how can we help you?
Hi, this is Carol. In the story, he said that he put his hand inside and he like a human shit. Was he doing like this?
Maybe the guy had a foot fetish.
But he slapped him with his own prosthetic foot.
Maybe he thought his hand, maybe he didn't, maybe you know how you're in the middle of sex and you just don't think about it, so you just use the first thing that.
That's just so weird to me. And I'm a visual person, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers are visual people. I try to put, when you say I'm gonna meet you sucker, I just went straight to me when she flew that leg and that butt and everything. I'm just thinking like he just confessed all this stuff wasn't real, and he just went in. And oh my gosh.
Well, I was interested in how often does this guy take his child with him while he's getting fucked? Is it that deep? I mean, she had a book bag.
Yeah, well, little girl knew. He probably say, I'm going. Okay, honey, we're going over. We're going, and and the little girl, poor little girl, she probably thinks she got 1,000 uncles. Hey, little Ashley.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go upstairs with Uncle John right now, and we'll be back. We're just gonna go and study some of his some work for him. Okay.
Daddy, you were just with Uncle Bobby the other day.
Okay, honey, mind your business. But I'm gonna go upstairs with Uncle John, and we're gonna finish studying that huge book I told you.
Daddy, can I get a snack?
Yes. There's still some other snacks. Look in your other part of your book bag, honey. You see it?
Daddy, I don't see a snack, Daddy.
Honey.
Everybody listen. Thank you all for I'm going to go ahead and end this show because things are going to get out of control if you let us keep on going.
Daddy.
Nope.
Daddy. You left this at the other house.
Daddy, why is there a green and white box inside my bag? It says fleet.
Daddy, what's Astroglide?
Daddy, what's rush?
Popcorn. Bye. I'm done. Everybody,
Daddy, can I try?
Thank you for watching our show.
If you have any letters, please send it out to us. Like, comment, and subscribe. I think we might skip next week's show because Adrian and Mr. Buck are celebrating their anniversary. So they're going to be partying up in
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. Oh, okay. We'll let you all know, whatever, blah, blah. But if you have any stories, please share, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please subscribe.
Support the channel as well. Go to the Cash App again, QTheContentGuy and JD Love 80. So just make sure that you get on that as well.
And we were live today, so everything you saw was live. It wasn't pre-recorded, anything like that. Those are real emotional reactions from us from that
interesting
letter. So thank you, Jazz from Phoenix City, Alabama.
I just looked it up. I was like, wow, Phoenix City, Alabama is literally, it's across the bridge from Columbus, Georgia.
That should tell you everything you need to know. Everybody have a
There we
good
go.
night.
All right, have a good night. Bye.